miss. You're not looking if you don't see it, and that's kind of the world, isn't it? You know?
Yeah.
If you ain't,
it's like I said, isn't it? See, look, don't just see it.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't see this world as it is, completely and totally unacceptable, then you ain't looking.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, something happened to you. Something happened along the way, which is really kind of the nature of the beast in the system and the powers that be. The manipulations start with our children, you know, brainwashing them, indoctrinating them, stripping them of their ability to think, and only a people like that, stripped of their capacity to actually think for themselves, could be duped into all sorts of nonsense which we're involved in.
You know what? The irony is, last time I was on the show, I said this as well, but I'm going to say it again. I think it's more important people know this. It's something that you said. It starts with, you know, the brainwashing starts with about childhood. Now, I once come across a study, and I've never come across it again. I really wish I had saved it. If anybody else there find it, I'll be really grateful somehow to put it forward somehow. It's a study that says that 70% of a child's personality is set in the first 5 years of their life.
Yeah.
And the first 5 years of their life, where they spend with the parents, right? Now, I was trying to put an importance on how it's very important that they have a safe home environment. Now, obviously, the immediate presumption with my saying that is obviously the people over there are suffering so much. What do you think their personality is going to be like? You know? Yeah. How do you think the people are going to be like? They're almost broken inside, yet at the same time, you only see light whenever you go there, whenever you see them. Isn't that something that so contradicts common sense, which is amazing?
Well, that's just, you know, that's the beauty of the Palestinian, and they're not the only ones. I don't like to glamorize one group of people over another, you know. There's many qualities from various peoples that I really admire, but the Palestinians are definitely quite special, to say the least. You know, I lived in Hawaii as well for many years before I left America. Hawaii is not actually America. It was stolen by America. And Hawaii will be free once again. But
isn't America stolen land anyway?
Yeah, that's true. Very true. But the Hawaiian people have this thing which is known as aloha. People know the word aloha, but they think it means hello and goodbye. It does mean that, but it means much more. Aloha is a way of looking at the world, a way of being. And if you go to Hawaii and you meet the real Hawaiians, what you'll find is that they are amongst the most generous and hospitable people. All that they require is that you treat them with a basic amount of respect. And they will take you into their home, and they will provide everything for you, and you will be blessed in ways that are hard to believe. When you look at a society like where we come from, where we're all about hoarding and accumulating things. How much wealth can I acquire? What kind of car can I buy? How much bigger can my home be? How much nicer can my interior design be? The Hawaiian people are not caught up in this, and neither are the Palestinians. The Palestinians are going through hell, and have been for decades, largely abandoned not by just the rest of the world, but by their Arab and Muslim brothers and sisters who have allowed this injustice to continue without doing everything that they're capable of doing. And despite all of this, they are still the same people. They are not the animals that are attacking them on a daily basis. If you go to Gaza, think about this. I was born in America. You know, although some people know me, most people don't know me. Imagine a guy like me with tattoos, with an American accent, walking the streets of Gaza, and I did so almost every single night. And yet I had no problems. Now I want you to reverse that. Let's imagine that Britain had been going through decades. You have idiot racists here, the EDL and others, who are so hateful that if you go into their neighborhood, they will destroy you. They will nearly kill you, or possibly even kill you. Yet, somebody born in America like myself, tattoos, haram, all over the place, you know, for many Muslims. I walk the streets of Gaza, and you know what I get? I get people who look after me. They take care of you. They will take you into their home, and they will provide to you everything that they have. I've been in a home in the West Bank where the only thing they had was tea and bread. That was it, and that's what they gave, was tea and bread, and they laid out all that they had. These are the kinds of people that you'll meet in Palestine, and they have not changed, and nor will they ever change. No matter how much the Israelis and the Zionists try and beat it out of them, they will always be Palestinian.
You know, it's interesting. I'm just gonna revert back to my point as well. The second thing I wanted to say was about the kids in our society sort of getting brainwashed. The irony is, our parents and our previous generation, or at least for myself, you heard them a lot talking about, how TV's spoiling our kids, and how it's making kids corrupt, and how video games are making kids corrupt, this, that, and the other. And when you're a kid, it's kind of hard to see how that happens. You can sort of disagree with it. So what? It's just a harmless cartoon. It's just a harmless video game. And a lot of people still think that. But the problem is, yes, it can only remain harmless as long as you realize that there is another side to life as well. Now, when you show the cartoons of, I don't know, Tom and Jerry or Wile E. Coyote with the Roadrunner, and they're always getting hurt, and you start to learn to laugh at their pain, basically.
Yeah.
It's just a cartoon, it is. But the fact is, if you're not told at the other side that, guess what if it happens in reality, it is a painful thing. If you as parents are not teaching them that other side as well, then of course that's probably the initial stages of very, very likely turning the mind to the other side, saying that's, blanking the mind out from reality as well.
This is a really important point as well, and it's all about conditioning. I'm not in agreement that seeing stark, violent images in itself bad, because I just spoke with a Muslim, an Arab actually, just recently about this very subject, and he talked about how Al Jazeera Arabic, which is totally different from Al Jazeera English.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's really completely different. But Al Jazeera Arabic shows all sorts of shocking images that you'll never see on the BBC or Al Jazeera English. And he said that the Arab people had largely become desensitized because they're used to seeing these things.
That's so true, yeah.
But, well, this is where I actually don't agree with that.
Oh, really? Oh.
Where I don't agree is that it's not that the images themselves are desensitizing. It's the fact that the images are shown and it's not connected to us, the audience, and how we participate in this through our acquiescence, our apathy, our weakness, our fear, our greed. We do not connect the audience to the actions that are befolding in front of them on the video. If you're an American, as an example, and you were to see these images, it would be all too easy to say, by the way, you paid for that. Your taxes paid for the bomb that threw that body into the air with body parts all over the place. It's your money that paid for that. Now look at that child without a parent or that parent without a child and know that you are partly responsible for that. If you're British, the same thing goes. One of the biggest weapons exporters in the world, talking about peace and civilization. Give it a break. You are the empire that is raping and pillaging around the world and continues to do so through proxy. So don't you dare talk to me about peace. And by the way, I am a lover of peace and I want peace. However, a peace without justice is a peace without not worth having. Forget peace without justice. I will only accept, and nor should we ever accept, peace at the end of a barrel of a gun. Only a just peace, and anything else is unacceptable. And that's exactly what we have in this world today. So I would be all too happy for people to see these images. See that body part, see that decapitated body, see the blood and guts. Understand that you have a connection to it when you buy certain products, when you pay taxes. You have a connection to it. You are not divorced of it. You are partly responsible for it. And if you did it that way, people would take note. And they would have to change their lives, or they would have to absolutely lose all respect for themselves.
Everything you're saying is right, but you know, you're saying that people can change their life. Have we got the choice to change our lives by saying where we want our taxes to go?
Absolutely.
But everybody pays taxes, and the people that they put the money where they want it to go. Do you know? Because I've sat down and seen in my mind's eye, and I thought to myself, you know what I mean? Millions, if not billions, of people are paying taxes, you know, year after year after year. Where is that money going to? Is it going back to good funds, what can build up community, build up humanity, or is it just going to more bombs, more weapons, more destruction? And from my mind's eye, where I sit down and think about these things, the majority of the money is going into weapons. So all that evil is just getting converted. The money's getting converted into bombs, getting converted into weapons, and just destroying life and human.
It's akin, you know,
it's like a big wheel of evil, and it's never going to stop. The only way it's going to stop are we stand up for ourselves and speak out.
Justice and peace.
You understand? Right. Just like you're doing now today, people just sitting back and think, okay, you've come down today from America, but people are waiting for somebody else to do the hard work for them.
Oh yeah.
We are all in this together. You've got to stand up and speak up for yourself. You know what I mean?
You know,
that's all I'm saying.
You know what? I tell you what. The analogy or the example I make is, I see humanity, and you can never lose your sense of humor in this world, because once you see the truth, it all is really quite a tragic comedy. I see us as the builders of our own prison, sitting within a cell, holding the key to open the door to release ourselves, asking someone else to release us from the prison. We have the power. We don't need to ask anyone else to be released from this prison. And yet we're sitting here looking to someone else to solve our problem. The answer is, it's in us. Look in the mirror. That's the problem or the solution. And when enough of us get that,